With it. Coal, don't drink it. Leave it in the ground, it's time to get with it. Coal, don't dig it. Leave it in the ground, it's time to get with it. Coal, don't dig it, don't dig it. Leave it in the ground, it's time to get with it. Coal, don't dig it. Leave it in the ground, it's time to get with it. Coal, don't dig it, don't dig it. Leave it in the ground, it's time to get with it. Coal, louder. Woo! Leave it in the ground, it's time to get with it. Coal.
Alright, now I'm going to go, ooh, and you guys are going to go, ooh. Let's give this a, ooh. Now I'm going to go, and I want you guys to go, Alright, let's give it a run.
Into the community, educate, mobilise and fight. And fight. With all the non-violence that Gandhi and Martin Luther King and many others have taught us. It's not enough to love this country. It is a country to love. It's a wonderful country with its wild places and its farmlands and its beautiful rivers and its coastline and its communities. But it's not enough to love it. You also have to fight for it.
Imagine allowing mines to proceed that in effect and collectively would be the 7th largest emitter in the world if it was a country. We can't allow that to happen, and the Greens have got the courage to stand up with the International Energy Agency and say that 2/3 of those fossil fuels have to stay in the ground. That means gas, that means coal. Leave it in the ground. I see today as the first part of the campaign against the Abbott government's attempts to tear down action on climate change. This is the day that the Australian citizens say to Tony Abbott, no way, you are last century, we are looking forward, not backwards, we are looking after our children, we are looking after our environment, we will not stand by and allow you to condemn us to a future of climate chaos. We know there's a climate emergency. The Greens, the community are out there to address it. Thank you for being here today, and I look forward to working with you to do just that, harder and faster.
When I was growing up, I didn't know how to be a hero. I can see a lot of children in the audience, and I'm sure they feel the same sometimes. I didn't know how to be a superhero, but I do now. We need to beat the summer heat. We need to send a message to our government that if they won't lead, then we will. And we're going to force them to follow us. So what can you do? Look around. Thank somebody near you for coming today. Thank them for being here, being a part of this movement.
Whoa, what's in store? Well, I don't know anymore. Whoa, what's inside? 'Cause I can't hide from anymore. Whoa, what you see? Well, it's not me anymore. Whoa, I don't know, but I don't know anymore. I tell you once, I tell you twice, you know I'm gonna be a long time. But you don't take no one's advice, so man, I'm gonna be a long time. You, where were you? You won't listen. It's gonna be a long time. You, I'm gonna be a long time. Stuck in the mainframe, shadow with the big game. So much potential, even makes it more shame. Here we go again, same old shit. Just another name, looking at the destiny there in your palm. But now you got your strings, but you got no songs. So sing, sing, sing. Shake it like a chinky wing, and now what did you get about what you bring, bring, bring?
So good to see you all here. Sounds horribly out of tune, doesn't it? Yes.
Cool.
Here's this song, it's called
There's a few politicians that are not.
There's a few politicians.
Scott Ludlam's, Christine Milne, and a whole bunch of others who are fighting a good fight. I reckon we need
And you guys.
I reckon we need a kind of a
Revolution.
I reckon we need to kind of go up to the fat house and grab the stick off the fat kid. He's always used to getting in his own way and telling him to bugger off. Make them realize who they're working for. Give them a bit of a spank. For spring to come. But how long? Tell me how long. 'Cause I wither at my post. I'm walking like a ghost, stay low. Down to the nitty-gritty. They don't look like, they don't take the pity. Hey, you know, never said it would be pretty. That's how it goes, living in the city. Everybody getting down to the nitty-gritty.
There's 25,000 people in Melbourne. Multiply that by 100, Canberra. We're watching you.
Things go. Come on, Dave. Man said, look, I'll double your wages, 7 quid a week you'll have in your hand. Vincent said, nah, I ain't talking about wages, we're sitting right here till we get our land. Well, Vesty man roared and Vesty man thundered, yeah, don't stand a chance of a cinder and snow. Vincent said, if we all fall, others are rising from little things, big things grow. From little things, big things grow.